Join me as I challenge myself to turn my biggest regrets into powerful motivation and share my inspiring journey for 2024. I'm excited to share with you my personal journey of transforming regret into motivation. Today, I want to take you on a journey with me, where I'll be vulnerable, honest, and open about my experiences. You'll get to see the highs and lows, the struggles and the triumphs, and I hope that by the end of this video, you'll be inspired to take control of your own regrets and turn them into motivation. I've faced my fair share of regrets in life, and I'm sure you have too. There was a time when I felt overwhelmed by them, like they were weighing me down and holding me back from achieving my goals. I regret not pursuing my passion for music sooner. I regret wasting time on toxic relationships. And I regret not taking care of my physical health when I was younger. These regrets made me feel like I wasn't good enough, like I was stuck in a rut, and like I was never going to reach my full potential. The more I thought about these regrets, the more they consumed me. I felt like I was living in the past, constantly replaying the what-ifs and the if-onlys in my head. It was a vicious cycle, and it affected my motivation in a huge way. I felt like I was just going through the motions of life without any purpose or direction. But as time went on, I realized that these regrets were not only holding me back but also defining me. I was letting them dictate my self-worth, my confidence, and my ability to move forward. I knew I had to do something about it, but I didn't know where to start. I started by facing my regrets head-on. I acknowledged them, I accepted them, and I began to learn from them. I realized that every regret was an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of myself. I started to see that my regrets were not failures but rather stepping stones to success. One of the most powerful strategies I used was to reframe my mindset. Instead of dwelling on the negative, I started to focus on the positive. I asked myself, what can I learn from this experience? What can I do differently next time? How can I use this regret to fuel my motivation and drive? This mindset shift was pivotal in my journey, and it's something that I still practice to this day. As I continued to work on myself, I started to notice a shift. I was no longer held back by my regrets. Instead, I was inspired by them. I was motivated to take action, to pursue my passions, and to make a change in my life. I started to see that my regrets were not weaknesses, but rather strengths in disguise. The most pivotal moment for me was when I realized that my regrets could be the fuel that drove me forward. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I was no longer bound by my past. I was free to create the life I wanted. Looking back on my journey, I've learned that regret is not something to be feared or avoided. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become a better version of yourself. It's a reminder that you're human, that you're not perfect, and that you can always do better. And it's a catalyst for motivation, for change, and for personal growth. So I want to leave you with a challenge today. Take a regret that's been holding you back and use it as fuel to drive you forward. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What can I do differently next time? How can I use this regret to fuel my motivation and drive? Remember, your regrets are not weaknesses, they're strengths in disguise. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's a regret that's been holding you back, and how do you plan to turn it into motivation? Also, if you want to explore more about personal growth and self-improvement, check out my video on the 5 habits that changed my life. Make the background music inspiring,